for joining me today. Today we are going to focusing on more grounding pose and more working on the legs and work towards our peak pose is the hero pose. So we will do a lot of ankle stretching, our leg stretching, maybe a hip stretching to prepare for it. And then if you're ready, we will start with a comfortable seated pose. So you can start with cross leg or any pose that you feel comfortable with. We are doing alternative nostril breathing exercise to start with. So when you're ready, let's first just place our hand on our knees, relax our shoulder, relax our mind, and maybe slowly closing down your eyes. Just start with a couple simple breathing to reset your body and your mind for the next hour practice. Soften your jaw, soften your shoulder. And slowly placing your right hand, your thumb outside of your right nostril, and your forefinger outside of your left nostril, and then your index finger and the middle finger placing onto your forehead. So your hands gesture like that. So let's release your thumb and your forefinger for now to exhale together. And as you pressing down onto your right, keep your thumb open, so your right nostril is open, and then you inhale from here. And then as you exhale, you're closing your right nostril and open your left nostril. And then inhale from the left nostril and close your left and open your right to exhale from your right. So this is the alternative nostril breathing technique, just to see how you feel from breathing into different sides of your nostril. So you will inhale from the right, close the right, exhale from the left, inhale from the left, close the left, open the right, exhale. Inhale from the left, and close and exhale from the other. So just follow your rhythm. We do it for 5 times. So this exercise is very good to calm our mind. At the same time, just observe how it's different between your both sides of your nostril. We often breathe into with both, and you don't pay attention to which one's different. And slowly, as you finish your last round, you gently place your hand back onto your knee and just come back to your normal breathing in and out softly. Observe how your body feels like. How's that fresh air? Feel extra fresh as you breathe in with both nostrils now. And as you exhale, let it go. And we gently place your palm to heart center, bow to yourself just to set an intention for your practice today. Either just for ease of mind, for exercise, for stretching, flexibility. See if you can let something go and fit your intention into your practice. And gently bring a smile into your face and bring your eyes open. We start with a couple seated cat and cows. So place your hands on your knees. From neutral spot, as you inhale, you raise your chest forward, but gently tap your chin. And as you exhale, curl your spine, look towards your belly button. As you inhale, lengthening from the crown of your head. As you exhale, curl. Inhale, come up. Just warming up our spine. And flow with your breath. Do that 2 more times. And then slowly come back to neutral spine. We're just going to circle our body to one direction. Try to keep your hip bone down. You can make a bigger circle with your body. Just bring some movement, bring some heat to our body. And then we circle to the other side. And keep breathing. And slowly we come back to neutral spine. Let's roll onto our knees. And if you got your cushion, let's place your cushion between your legs. We're going to sit on a gentle hero pose. So if that's comfortable with you, you can sit all the way, or you can place more cushion underneath or block to support yourself. Our knees together. And come on our kneeling position. So from here, let's switching our left hand over toward to the right side stretch. And inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Keep our sit bone down. Inhale, center. This time we twist to your right. Inhale, center. Then we twist to the left. And then inhale, center. Let's bring your hands forward. We don't have to go all the way down. Try to keep the sit bone back. And walk our hand toward to your right. Pressing down onto your hip, left hip. And inhale, center. And walk our hand toward to your left. So you can pressing down onto your right hip. And then slowly come back to the center. Gently walk ourselves back up. And slightly remove that prop. Tap your toes. We're going to sit back onto your heels. If that's too strong, again, you can place your block in between. We're going to flex our ankle to stretch it out from the hero pose we did. So if that's comfortable, let's focusing on our arms. Just bring your right arm under, left arm on the top, come to an eagle arm. Try to bring your elbow in line with your shoulder. Feel that stretch of the back of your shoulder. Deep inhale. Stay for exhale. And then slowly open it. Let's change the other side. Left hand under, right hand on the top. Bring it in line with your shoulder, stretching the back of your shoulder. Deep breath in. And exhale. And slowly release, plant your hand on the mat. Come on to all four. Pressing down to your hand shoulder width distance, knee hip width distance. Feel cats and cows here. Follow your breath as you inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, come up. Shine your chest forward. Exhale, arch your back. Pressing down to your hand. Inhale, come up. And exhale, curl. Let's follow this with your breath for 3 more times. And closing down your eyes, maybe just feel that movement. And when you're ready, come back to our neutral spine. With our big toes touch, push our hips towards your heels. Come to child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. Rest your torso between your knees, between your thighs. Reaching your hands forward. And feel that grounded onto the earth. Find that connection of your shin bone. Connect to the earth, your third eye, your forehead on the mat. Connecting to the earth. Take one deep breath. And then gently, when you're ready, pressing down onto your hand, we come back to our all four positions. So we start with a bit of core exercise. So when you're ready, let's place your left hand a bit forward and right leg back with your fingertip touching. And when you find your balance, you can gently lift up your back legs and maybe your left hand. Let's hold here for 3 breaths. Engage your core, reaching your feet, reaching your heels to the back, reaching your fingertip forward, pressing down onto your hands and knees. Deep breath in. On next inhale, reaching further. On exhale, curl into midline. Knees and elbow meet. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. 2 more times like this. Engage your core. And then gently rest on the mat. Prepare for the other side. So right hand reaching, fingertip reaching forward, left leg to the back. When you find your balance, lift up your left foot, maybe your right hand. Find that balance, the midline, engage your core. Your gaze gently on the mat. Stay for 2 more breaths. Building some heat into your body. One more inhale, reaching, and exhale, curl in. Open, curl. 3 more times like this. In, open, in. One last time. Open, in. And gently place your hand back onto your mat. Push back to your child's pose. Deep inhale, and exhale. And on next inhale, let's come back to your all-four. You're going to tuck your toes, push your hip towards your heel and come to your first downward facing dog. You can gently pressing down, bend one knee then the other, just walk your dog. Or move your hip to the left, to the right. Feel that full body lengthening, but at the same time grounded your hand, your fingers onto your mat. Draw your heel down towards the earth. Keep pressing down your chest towards your thighs. Let's see if you can relax your head. Gaze towards the back, maybe between your big toes. Keep breathing. Or you can come to your full downward facing dog. Come to the stillness in downward facing dog. Feel that energy lifting up from your tailbone and pressing down through to the earth with your fingertips. Deep breath in. And then slowly let's drop on our knees. Push back to your child's pose. Relax your arms. We're only taking 1 breath here and we will start on our flow. So when you're ready, we push back to downward facing dog. We're going to walk to the front of your mat. Let's take a fold forward. Relax your head. Rest your tummy onto your thigh. You can bend your knees a little bit. Maybe swing your body side to side. Very good pose to calm your mind as well. And then slowly we come on to halfway lift. Bring your fingertip either onto your mat or onto your shin bone. Lengthening your spine. Extend the crown of your head toward to the front. Take one more breath. And then fold forward. Exhale. And inhale, gently roll all the way up. Hands to touch. Hands to heart center. We keep going. Inhale. Sweep hands to the ceiling. Exhale. Let's fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hand, left leg to the back. Drop onto your knees. Inhale, low lunge. Relax your shoulder. And exhale, hands on the mat. Tuck your back toes, right leg to the back. Drop onto your knees. Lower ourselves all the way. Bend your elbow by your rib cage. On inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back onto all four. Downward facing dog. One breath here. Next inhale, let's bring your left leg between your hands. Drop your right knee and tuck your toes. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands on the mat. Right leg to meet the left to the front. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. The other side. Inhale, sweep hands over to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands on the mat. Right leg to the back. Untuck your toes. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands on the mat. Left leg to the back. Tuck your elbow in. Lower yourself onto the mat. Pressing down onto your feet. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, push back to all four. Downward facing dog. One deep breath. Next inhale, right leg between your hands. Press onto your left knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands on the mat. Left leg to meet the right at the front of your mat. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hand to heart center. Just take a moment here to observe your breath. See how your body feels like. And we reset ourselves for the second floor. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep hands over to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold hands on the mat, left leg to the back. Here you have option to drop onto your knees or come on, stay on your high lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands on the mat, right leg to the back. From plank or all four, lower yourself all the way down. Come on to your baby cobra, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. Next, inhale, left leg between your hands. Drop your right knee or stay on your high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands on the mat. Right leg to meet the left, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Second round on the other side. Inhale, sweep hands up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold forward, hands on the mat, right leg to the back. Find your balance on your knees or on your feet. Come up to your lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands on the mat, left leg to the back. Take your option for your chaturanga. We meet at downward facing dog. Full inhale. Exhale completely. On next inhale, right leg between your hands. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands on the mat, left leg to meet the right. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come back to your breath. Observe your breathing. Find that energy into your body. Let's stay for a couple breaths here. Feel that grounded from the feet towards the earth. See if you can draw your kneecap towards your thigh, engaging your thigh, engaging your core. Even in a standing pose is quite strong. Stay for 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, sweep hands all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift on inhale. And exhale, fold. Hands on the mat. Let's bring your left foot to the back. And we're going to drop onto your left knee and tuck your toes. Inhale, we come up to your low lunge. So relax your shoulders if you can. Point your fingertips towards your ceiling further, lengthening from the crown of your head. Tuck your tailbone, pressing down onto your feet. Deep breath in. And gently, we're going to place our hand onto our knees. We're going to sink our hip forward, a bit more stretching of our left inner thigh and your hip. Deep breath in. And then slowly we rest our hand onto your mat, or if it's accessible, you can maybe on a block. We're going to lengthening our front leg, our right foot, and try to keep your hips in line with your left knees. So if it's coming sinking down, you maybe move your knees or your feet forward so you bring that alignment. You can have options to point your toes of your right foot or flex your toes pointing towards your shin bone. See where you feel that stretch. And you fold your torso over to your leg, deep breath in. Or you can bring movement to them. And then slowly planting your feet and come back to your lunge on your knee. And we're going to point your right toes toward to the side. Maybe bring it a little bit closer, but you try to point it to the side. You're going to do a side stretch. It's a bit different stretch. So hands on your hip, on your knees. And you're going to move toward to your knee side. So this stretch is stretch your T-band bone, that muscle group that we don't normally stretch on the side, and your inner thigh. So a little bit different movement. Or you can even bring some movement if you think it's stayed too long. You can move like this. It's different stretching for your thigh and for your ankle as well. Bring more mobility to your ankle and your knees. Stay for a couple more breaths. And then gently, when you're ready, bring it back to the center. Tuck your back toes, push back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. On next inhale, the other side, left foot between your hands. Drop onto your right knee, untap your toes. Come up onto your low lunge. Arms by your ear, engage your core, lengthening your spine. Deep breath in. And then on exhale, plant your hand onto your knees and we're trying to sink our hips forward and bring some more stretch onto your hip bone and your thigh. Take one more breath. And then gently place your hands between your left foot and we lengthen that front foot. And again, find the alignment with your hip, your right hip to your right knees. And then you can bring your left toes flexing towards your shin bone or pointing forward, or even you do different movement like that. You can feel that stretch of your calf muscle, your ankle, your legs. Keep breathing. And then slowly we come back to the center, come back up. We're going to move the left toes toward to the side. You can maybe move your legs a little bit wider. So pointing to the left side. And we're going to stretch toward to that knee side. So you feel the opening of your hips. Maybe you can bring movement to it. If your knees feel sensitive, maybe place a blanket underneath it to protect your knees. Find your breath with the movement. Take one more breath here. And then slowly, gently move them back to the center. Hands on the mat, tuck your back shoulder down, facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale completely. On next inhale, right foot between your hands. So you have option to drop onto your knees or stay on your high lunge. Inhale, come up to your high lunge. Engage your back foot. If you're on a high lunge, try to draw your heel down toward to the earth. Find that grounding toward to the earth, pressing down your energy down to the mat. But at the same time, your crown of your head lifting up. Stay for one more breath. And then we're going to open our arms by our side, the cactus arm, squeezing your shoulder blade. Going to do a little bit of challenging if you're on a high lunge. See if you can bend your knee a little bit and lifting up. Engage your quad muscle. Very good to stretching your ankle and your knees. One more time like this. Come back onto your high lunge. Let's place your hands inside of your right foot. You can heel toe your right foot a little bit to the edge of your mat and drop onto your left knee. Come on to lizard lunge. The option, you can stay onto your hands or maybe come onto your forearm or place a block or cushion underneath. Find your stretch. Keep breathing into your stretch. Let's stay for one more deep breath. And gently come back onto your hand. Heel toe your feet to between your hands. So from here, we're going to do one more very good stretch from our ankle. But if it's too strong, always rest on your knees. So when you find your balance, so your feet is onto your mat. See if you can lifting up your knees, but you still have the backs of your feet onto your mat. So very good stretching for your ankle. If that's enough, you can stay onto your hand or maybe come onto your knees. Keep breathing. And then hands back onto your knee, your mat. Tuck your back toes, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. On next inhale, left leg between your hands. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Again, draw your right heel down onto your mat. But feel that front knee pointing to your little toes. Engage your core. Relax your shoulder. Reaching fingertips, energizing toward to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And then slowly replace your hand inside of your, high lunge. We're going to bend our elbow to cactus arm. And from here, we're going to slightly bend your right knee and strengthen it. Feel that strength of your thigh. One more time like this. Come back to high lunge. And exhale, hands on the mat. Place them inside of your left foot and touch your right knees onto your mat. Let's set lunge on this side. The option, stay on your hand, forearm. Find that option that suits your body today. As you're stretching on your lizard, keep that lengthening of your spine. Keep breathing. And then slowly come back onto your hands. Heel toe that foot into the center. We're going to try that ankle stretching again. The lunge pose with the ankle stretch. So see if you can lift up your right knee with your bow, with the back, the face of your feet onto your mat. You can support with your hands or maybe come up onto your knees. Deep breath in. And then slowly place your hand back onto your mat. Tuck your back toes, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale completely. And let's drop onto your knees. Big toes to touch. Child's pose. Rest your forehead onto your mat, connecting yourself back again with the earth. Feel the energy drawing onto the earth. The grounding, pressing down your hip bone towards your shin. Keep deep breath in, maybe a sigh out. And stay for one more breath. And then anytime when you're ready, you come back up onto our downward facing dog. On next inhale, left leg between your hands. Let's spin your back heel down onto your mat. Windmill your hand to your warrior two pose. So pointing your front knee towards your little toes, pressing down the back edge of your feet. Relax your shoulder and reaching your fingertips to both sides. Your gaze towards your front middle fingers. Soften your face. Stay for one more breath. Feel the energy drawing down to the earth. Feeling the stability on this pose. And then slowly we're lengthening our front foot. We come to a triangle. So reaching your front hand all the way to the front to where you can't reach any further. You tip from your hip bone. Drop your left hand by the side on the shin bone or by the side of your left foot. Right hand reaching. You can look down to your back toes or look up to your thumbs. To where your neck feels comfortable with. Pressing down to your feet, stay for one more breath, lengthening from your top hand. On next inhale, let's come back up to your triangle. Hands onto your hips. You're going to spin your toes towards to one side of your mat. And we're going to bend onto your left knee. Place your hand to the front. And if that's enough, you can stay here. Or you can slowly walk your hand to the center and then bend to your right knees and come to the other side. Just Gadasana pose. We're moving from one side to the other. So you can use your hand to support yourself, moving back to your left. On the right foot, you can point or you can flex anywhere you feel accessible for you. And you want to be more challenged, maybe you can bring your hand to your heart center and just move with the legs. Come follow with your breath as you inhale, move to one side. And next time when you move back to your left, you stay there. And let's come back onto your hand, pushing yourself back to the center. Come back to our forward fold now. So on inhale, lifting up your chest, exhale, we fold. Slightly engage your knees, but try to keep your legs straight. Relax your torso. Relax your head. Deep breath in. And exhale. On inhale, let's come on to our halfway lift on our right leg forward fold. The fingertips in the front. If you have a block, you can place on the block. Or just come on to our half fold. And then bring our left hand onto the block or onto the floor. Right leg come up to the ceiling. A little bit of twisting. Stay for one more breath. And exhale, come back to the center, the other side. So one hand on the mat, the other hand toward to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And then exhale, come back to the center, hands onto your hips. Windmill your hand onto your mat. Push back to down facing dog. Deep breath in. And exhale. Next inhale, right foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down. Find your balance. Windmill your hand to warrior two. Keep lengthening your hands, pressing down onto your feet, your toes, your little toes, pressing down onto your mat. Stay for one more breath. On next inhale, pressing down onto your right foot, strengthening your right foot to come onto our triangle pose. So reaching your top hand to the front, and then tip from your hip bone, drop your right hand down, left hand toward to the ceiling. Create a dry and straight line with your arms. At the same time, you're still pressing down onto your left back edge of your feet, lengthening from your top hand. Deep breath in. On next inhale, gently come back up to the center. Hands on your hips. Point your toes to one edge of your mat. And we're going to bend your right knee. Place your hands just outside of that right knee. We come to do that Skadasana pose. So you can use hands to just help yourself to move from the right to the left. And from the right, from the left to the right. You can use your hand to help yourself. Or if you want a bit of challenging your balancing, you place your hand onto your heart center. Just move. Pressing down to your leg, strong leg, connected with one pose to the other. Lift your breath. One more time on each side. And then when you're ready, we come back onto your right. And then we come back to your standing. Forward fold again. So inhale, open your chest. Exhale, we fold. If you can, each exhale, relax further of your torso. Maybe you can use your hand, your finger to grab your big toes to help draw yourself closer to the earth. Keep breathing. And then slowly release your hand. Come on to the halfway lift that we have done before. So this is your option to stay one hand onto the mat and become twisting. Or if you want to follow me, left hand to your left right shin bone or right ankle. Right hand come onto the ceiling. A bit more further twisting, but there's option to stay in the middle. Deep breath in. And then exhale, come back to the center, the other side. So pick your option, either right hand onto your mat or right hand outside of your left shin bone, ankle of your feet. You can bring more twist. Stay for one more breath. And exhale, come back to the center. Roll yourself up, hands on your hips. You're going to step to the front of your mat. Let's take a moment here. Observe your breath. Slowly calm down. Our breathing. Settle the energies. And we have one small balancing flow. So when you're ready, we're going to start with our mountain pose. So pressing down onto your feet. Find that strength on your legs. And then we're going to sweep your hands toward your ceiling. And then we're going to come onto our tiptoes. Find that balance. Find that focus of a point. And see if you can keep that tiptoes lifting. And we're going to slowly bend your knees. Bend your knees, keep bending it. Come all the way down toward your heels. So you can stay here for a couple breaths. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Very good, stretching our toes, ankles, and our feet. And then slowly you can rest your knees onto the mat. But we are not releasing from the pose. So keep tucking your toes. Maybe a little bit trying to play with that. If you fall out, we can come back again. See if you can engage your core, lifting up your knees off the mat. And drop it down. Engage your core, your feet one more time like this. And slowly rest your knees. We're coming to our peak pose, hero pose. We've been doing a lot of stretching for our ankle, our legs. So let's try how we go with the hero pose. So if you have a block, you can bring it back to the center. We're going to open our feet a bit wider, but our knees together. So we're going to sit down onto between our feet. So if that's accessible, you can stay here, or you can have the hand behind you to support yourself. So very good to stretch our knees, our ankle, our feet. At the same time, pressing down, increasing our circulation for our legs. If that's enough, you can stay here. And if you want a bit more practicing on the hero pose, you may slowly drop onto your forearm. Or maybe all the way down. See how your body feels like. Keep breathing. Draw your knees together. Very good stretching for our legs, for any tightness. But be mindful with your body is quite a strong pose. And stay for one more breath. And then when you have enough, gently come back up from your pose. And we just slowly bring our feet toward to the front. Keep it a little bit shaped. Release that stretch that we have done. And we come onto our back. Let's draw your knees towards your heart center. Give yourself a very good hug. Maybe straighten your leg towards your ceiling. Keep your ankle a little bit rolled. Rolling your feet different directions. Release any tension into your ankle. We are going to do our bridge pose for our back bend today. So when you're ready, place your feet onto your mat. Hip width distance. See if you can have your finger touching your heels. And then when you're ready, pressing down onto your hands and gently lifting up your hips towards your ceiling. Very gentle to start with the first one. But see, at the same time, can you draw that knees towards the center? And then engage your core, squeezing your glute muscles. And then slowly roll yourself down. And then let's spin wipe your knees left to right. And then second time. Get yourself ready. Slightly tuck your chin to protect your neck. And on inhale, lifting up your hip bone. Or maybe you can draw your shoulder blade inward to the center a little bit. Or maybe interlace your finger behind you, pressing down onto your hands, lifting up your hip toward to the ceiling a little bit further. Keep squeezing your knees, squeezing your glute muscles. Keep breathing. And then slowly lower yourself all the way down. Squint wide your feet left to right. And then one last time. Come on to the center. Have your knees, your feet ready, pressing down onto your feet. So who has practicing on real pose, you can go for it. I will just demonstrating the bridge pose here. So when you're ready, lifting up your hips. Draw your shoulder inwards, squeezing even further with your palm together. Pressing down onto your floor, lifting up your chest. And if you want a little bit challenge, maybe you can lifting up your left foot. And then lifting up your right foot. And then when you're ready, slowly lower yourself down. Squint wide your feet left to right. One more time. And next time when your knees gone to your left side, just let it stay there. You can bring your arm to a T shape or to a cactus arm. And then look toward to your right. Come to a twisting pose. You are mindfully draw your knees down toward to the mat, but at the same time, see if you can keep your right shoulder onto your mat. Imagining you're squeezing your body like a sponge. Deep breath in all the way to your belly to create space. On exhale, allowing to the twist a bit deeper. Let's stay for 3 more breaths. And then slowly we come back to the center. Just pause in the center for 1 second. And then slowly drop down to the other side, your right side. Again, you can keep your hands onto your cactus or T shape. And then turn your head toward to your left. If that's accessible for you. Coming to twist on the other side. Try to keep that left shoulder and you both shoulder parallels onto your mat. Find that connection that your upper body is connecting to the earth. And then you will on your knees toward to the floor. Give yourself an inner organ very good massage. Keep breathing all the way to abdominal. And exhale, just let it twist. And then slowly come back to the center. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a very good hug. We come on to our happy baby pose. To grab out the blades of your feet. Draw your tailbone down. Draw your knees towards your armpit. Maybe rock side to side, massage your spine onto the earth. Your back or your head. Or maybe lengthening your feet. Any movement that your body feels like before we come on to our Sukhasana pose. And anytime when you're ready, let's extend your feet to the front of your mat. Take as much space as you need. Hands by your side. Again, take as much space you need. And then come back to find that connections as your body sinking into the earth. At the same time, just let the earth carry you so you're not holding any tensions. Relax your head, relax your shoulder, relax your hip bone, your thighs, your knee, your feet. Soften your facial muscles, soften your lips. Come back to that completely relaxed state, that knowing that this is your space, your time, that you find the connection for yourself with your body and be held by the earth, that you are secure and safe. You can stay in this pose as long as your body needs. And when you're ready, slowly bring some little movement to your toes, to your fingers. Maybe rock your head side to side. And stretching your arms overhead. Give yourself the longest, biggest stretch of your day. From here, we do 3 cleansing breaths. So when you're ready, deep breath in all the way to your belly. And then open your mouth, let it go. Deep breath in all the way to your belly. Exhale, let it go. One more time like this. Deep breath in. Maybe this time let your tongue out as well. And then gently, when you're ready, you roll yourself to your favorite side. Use your hand to support yourself. Come back onto our seated pose. Let's bring your palm to your heart center. Just to showing gratitude to yourself for the time, for the energy that you have to look after your body, and thankful for your body to be able to support your daily life. We also appreciate each other to share our energy together. Come to third eye for clarity of thought, to your lip for kindness, on the speech, to your heart for love and compassion. Namaste. Thank you.